What's going on, everybody? Quick video here. So if you're a nerd like me, then you're most likely upset that the Galaxy S25 series didn't come with the silicone alloy battery technology, which would have allowed Samsung to put a bigger battery in the smaller body. And I'm pretty sure that Samsung was reluctant to the newer technology based off the past battery nightmares from this company. So we get the standard older aluminum alloy, but in this video I will tell you how to save battery life on the S25 series. And there is one tip which I found that overtakes all other battery saving tips that not a lot of YouTubers are talking about. So if you want to see that, then you can skip to that part of the video if you like. I tested out some of the best active cooling Qi 2 MagSafe 3-in-1 stands. If you want to see the results of that, then click this video right here. And now let's get into saving that battery life. So the first thing I love to do is to see which app is running within the RAM of the smartphone. And to do that, we need to go into developer options and go into running services. To get to developer options, you need to go to about phone, software information, and then continuously tap the build number. Then from there, you'll get a new setting for developer options and then scroll down to running services. From here, you can see some of the core apps on the phone that need to be running, but you can also see apps that you personally know that you don't need running on your phone. And other apps like live wallpapers can seriously kill your battery life, and you can see that here. So for me, I see Bixby Voice Wake Up is running and also Samsung Health, which I know I don't need both of these apps running in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and stop these processes, which will save my battery life. Samsung Health is one of those core apps that will always run in the background for your Galaxy devices. So even if you kill the process, it's most likely going to start back up automatically. This app is used to check your movement, activities, and steps. So if you're one that doesn't count your steps every day, then it might be valuable for you to turn this off and maybe even uninstall the app. If you know me, then you know that I run a ton of battery tests for Qi 2 MagSafe battery packs. And while running some of my tests, I got slower results, and that was because the Samsung Health application. After I uninstalled this application, I got better results, and this is for all chargers. So keep that in mind. The next tips will have to do with your screen, and this will be subjective to each individual because different people will want different settings for their screens. So some of these display tweaks that save your battery life, I personally don't use because I naturally enjoy them. So first up is the screen resolution. So when your smartphone has a denser screen, it's pushing out more pixels, using more power, and using more battery. So if you're like me and don't mind using 1080p screens rather than 2K or 4K screens, then I would advise to set the resolution down to help save battery life. Also, the screen refresh rate can save a lot of battery. So putting your screen at 60 Hz rather than 120 Hz can save you battery, but I personally don't do that because I cannot live with a 60 Hz screen. I don't know how Apple still sells brand new iPhones with 60 Hz screens, but that's another topic. Always on displays have gotten a lot better over the years with the LTPO screens that can lower the refresh rate when the screen is still. But at the end of the day, the screen is still on. So another tip to extend your battery life would be to turn off the always on display. But like I said, these tips will be subjective to you and what you personally like. Okay, so for me, I found that the most effective way and coolest way to extend your battery life is to just use a slim MagSafe Qi 2 battery pack on your phone. And I want to emphasize slim because there are some Qi 2 battery packs that are just as thick as a wallet, maybe even slimmer. So when using these packs, you will barely feel them in your pocket. Like this great new slim MagSafe Qi 2 pack from iNew. It's MagSafe compatible if you have an iPhone, but it's also Qi 2 compatible if you have other phones that is Qi 2 certified, like the Galaxy S25 series. So it will charge your smartphone wirelessly at up to 15 watts. So all you have to do is pick yourself up a magnetic case and then get a slim Qi 2 battery bank, and this will fully extend your battery life. And this is what I do personally every day. And pro tip, if you get a tiny USB Type-C cord, you can plug it into your phone and plug it into the charger, and you'll get super fast wired speeds and still get the versatility of a wireless charger. And with this iNew charger, it has its own 50-watt small USB Type-C cord connected to the charger as a lanyard. And this is why I enjoy these NEU chargers over other chargers. Another one of my favorite charger is this iNew 10K Qi 2 magnetic bank, which is 10,000 milliamps, but but it's just as slim as other 5K packs. If you're interested in any of these chargers, then click the link down below. So I'm rarely worried about my battery life anymore because whenever I'm headed out the door, I make sure to have a magnetic case and one of these slim Qi2 magnetic chargers. And if you're a pro user like me, which you most likely are because you found this video, then I would advise you to do the same thing. For me, that's the most important tip, but there are a couple more tips that we're going to go over in this video. So now we're going to turn off adaptive battery. By turning this on, your phone is going to use AI to extend the battery life based off your phone usage. Go to settings, battery usage limits, tap on the hamburger icon, and then go to adaptive battery. We all unlock our smartphones about 100 times a day, but when we do unlock them, we only use about 7 or 8 apps. So the best thing to do is to put those other apps into deep sleep to save your battery life. To do that, go to settings, battery, background usage limits, and then from here, you can set what apps you want to be in deep sleep, and you can set what apps you never want to go into deep sleep. You could change the performance profile on your phone to save battery life. Changing this to light might save you battery life, and this is what I do personally because honestly, I haven't seen a difference in performance between the standard mode and light mode. So to do this, go to settings, device care, and performance profile. Clearing the cache partition could also help with battery life by removing some unneeded cache, especially after doing some updates. So if you're like me and update your phone every month, then this will be a good tweak. To do this, turn your phone off completely and then press the volume up key and power key at the same time. Then use the volume buttons to scroll down to cache partition and then click wipe cache partition. Alright, so those are some of my favorite tips on saving battery life on your S25 series. Hopefully, if you're watching this video, then you're getting yourself a Qi2 magnetic battery bank with a small USB Type-C cord if you don't have one already. And if you want to see how to get this cozy dark mode home screen set up on your Android phone, then check out this video right here, and I will talk to y'all next time.